What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm finally getting back to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Steam Deck. It's something I started testing a couple of months ago, and I kind of got away from it. Performance wasn't very good for me, and as I've jumped back in here the past few days, it's certainly running much better than I remember. So I wanted to get in here and make a video for it. As far as our visuals, motion blur, film grain, all this kind of stuff here is turned off as I would normally do. And for our video, we have full screen, 800p, 60 FPS, VSync's on, but you could kick that off. I'm not allowing tearing or anything. And we are medium for the settings, which are the lowest you can go on Jedi Fallen Order. So we only go up from there. We'll take a look at high later too, but let's start off with medium. And certainly I just remember getting much worse performance when I was looking at this a couple of months ago. I don't know if it's from updates or if maybe there was just something going on with my game at the time, but it certainly seems much smoother now. It seems to maintain a little higher FPS than what it used to, from what I can tell, and frame times are certainly much better. Even if we go into high, which we'll take a look at soon, frame times stay really good, and that's just something that really helps with the experience and just kind of how the game feels here on deck. Whether you're playing at 30 FPS, 40, or up to 60 with variable, you do get a pretty nice experience now, even on other planets and in different levels. Getting into some battle or where you have some more water effects and stuff, you'll get more dips here and there in your frame rate. Of course, we're just running variable here, but again, frame times stay really nice and the gameplay feels smooth, no hitches or stutters, input's great for latency, and it's just an overall good experience for Jedi Fallen Order, just much better than what I was anticipating getting back into it here. Jumping over to another level still on medium, you can see some great performance just kind of hanging out in this one spot, but this is where I want to be able to take us to high and just show a little bit of the difference here if you wanted to bump up those settings. So while we're sitting here, let's go ahead and switch right on over to high. You'll see a slight increase in the graphic fidelity, of course, with a little better lighting and shadows and that type of thing, but I don't know if it's necessarily worth it for the 13 FPS hit that we take right here just off the bat, kind of sitting still in the one area. But it certainly does look a little bit nicer, and it would depend on how you want to run the game. And getting into battle here with a little bit going on, you'll see us dip down into the low 30s and even 29 FPS at one point. If you're running high, there's definitely areas of this game that will take you way down on your FPS and even mess with your frame times and give you trouble. Not all areas, as you can see in this battle, is a little bit better, but I think all in all, if you're really going to run high settings or even try to go higher on any of them on deck, you're going to want to lock it to 30 FPS, and that will pretty much give you a solid experience, except for those times that you might hit 28 or 29 FPS. I think for the most part you'll hold 30. I did do about an hour of 30 FPS in some different levels and stuff, and it seemed to hold its own pretty well. But just remember, no matter what settings or where you're playing, you get a different experience from stage to stage, depending on what you're looking for. It's certainly nice that it seems like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order here on Steam Deck has enough wiggle room in the performance and settings that, for the most part, people will have a little bit that they can play with their settings and their FPS. If you want to play 30 FPS, lock 40, or VRR up to 60, you're going to be able to do that, and something between medium and high you can get away with, depending on what you're looking for there. So at least it seems like there's some customization available with this game to play it as you want on deck. But that'll pretty much bring us to the end of the video, guys. I'm just really looking forward to Jedi Survivors, the sequel to this game that's going to be coming out soon. I'm hoping it plays on the Steam Deck, or at least plays decently enough, and this game is definitely fun to jump into on deck. So if you haven't played through this yet, do yourself a favor, get this one done before the sequel comes out. Alright guys, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video as always. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.